All right. I know there's a bit of a delay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this started about 30 seconds early. But shout out to those of you guys who are on the replay game. Let me give you guys a shout out first thing. Yeah. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you guys for rewatching. Well, watching the replay. Yeah. More than you know. I appreciate you. All right, so let's see. What is going on? I am I'm fully knackered. My new job, it's not the job, it's the commute. It really is the commute. Um this afternoon's commute. I left work at like exactly 6 p.m. Now my schedule or shift, if you will, is working until 6 p.m. for at least the next 30 days. Oh, great. I got a snowball in my beard and on my shirt. Awesome. So for the next month, I have to travel down to DC every single day. Today I took the metro home. I took the metro to the MARC train and had to deal with lots of people on the metro. It was not as many people on the MARC train, but it's hot and yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm not built for public transportation. I'm not. I'm not a public transportation guy. I can't wait to hear what Bumpy's gonna have to say about this. Um, Hold on a second. All right. So let's see. Sean, what up? He said, "What up? What up? How you doing this evening, Sean? Hopefully all is well." But back to the commute. So leave my job and the hustle to get on the red line. I get on the red line, which is the train, the metro in DC. Get on the red line, take it 3 stops to get to Union Station. Get up, go up the escalator, walk into Union Station, walk through Union Station, walk out to the platforms, only to see the train that I need to get on, close the doors, and pull off. I have to wait 45 more minutes. Well, technically, it was 6:27 was the time on the train that I was trying to get to, and 7:15 is the next train. So it was a little more than 45 minutes. What is that? 47 minutes? All right, let me get the link and invite you guys. So give me a second. Oh, boom, boom, bow. There is the StreamYard stream. Hog, what up? Everyone tuned into the championship finals. I guess you might be right. I was just like, dang, where'd everybody go? I could technically put the game on above me. My wife handed me the remote. Maybe I will put the game on above me. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see what channel is it on. Can I find it on regular TV? Live. Let's see, live events. Come on. What's going on? TV just like stopped. Great. So anyway. What up, D?
What's going on, man?
Blind Man Dave, what's up with you? How you doing this evening?
What's up, Dave?
Oh, notifications, okay. I say I don't care. Um, I see baseball.
It's not the time to watch porn. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
so have I ever told you about what everyone says I have a familiar face, right? And people are like, "Man, I know you from somewhere." I'm like, "Do you?" But yeah, this is gonna have me having to install a damn app. I don't want to do that. Maybe I can go out to YouTube. Is it being streamed on YouTube?
What are you
Oh,
looking for?
the Spurs versus the Knicks basketball game.
Oh,
I know you're like sports ball.
I don't know. Never been much of a sports nut, so I don't mind watching it every now and then, but I don't go out of my way.
This finals has been pretty fantastic, apparently. um, popular searches, baseball. Can I get NBA, please? So I was gonna try to put it on above my head, and no. All right. Uh, how about we just go to the apps and I look
So
for.
I've got a serious question now.
Okay,
How many channels does Q have?
Quentin. Why you say that? Um, I guess he changed his name because we gave him grief. It should be bowling and barbecue, but I mean, Sean said he just got back from Jamaica, trying to get back into the swing of things. Nice. That's what's up, man. How was your trip? I'm glad I sent those things to you, but when I sent them to you, oh, jazz and hip hop, no. No, don't feel like that. Oh, look at that. Let's see. I'm coming, guys. Give me a second to try to find. Oof, search NBA.
You need a fire stick.
I've had them in the past. Not. Let's say I'm not that impressed. I mean, as much as yeah, this is highlights. Highlights. I want to actually watch Game 4. Nope. All right. Well, don't think I'm doing that. Anyway, all right. I tried. Sean said he just got back from Jamaica. The plant needs some water. Actually, my wife does pretty good job watering them. Actually, black man said he's cooked. Good evening, Dave. Only my name has changed. That's cool. I
There you go.
have one. Oh, a fire stick, I guess. My plan
No,
is to
I was
record on
talking about
Friday
how
and
many
post it on
channels he
Saturday.
had.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that, Sean. Looking forward to seeing. I won't say seeing your reaction, but it's. I don't know. When you're on the sending end of gifts, you. I always. I mean, I like it when I see people because I know when people send me stuff. I won't say I've gotten stuff unsolicited, but I definitely have gotten things unsolicited, and it is a major surprise when Susie sent some barbecue sauce and Grumpus sent some barbecue sauce, even though
One of the bottles up
Grumpus's
and out.
barbecue sauce, yeah, one of Grumpus's barbecue sauce ended up being the devil's cut. Um, but I was like super excited to open those things up, like definitely, and yeah, I'm I'm sorry if I'm low energy tonight. I am. Today has been a long day. My day started this morning at 4:15.
Hmm.
And I didn't actually go to the gym, though I have been getting a workout. Walking a couple blocks from the metro station that I have to get off at to go to my office. It's not like it's the worst thing in the world, but after being at home for 3 or 4 years, being really sedentary, um, the it's not the walk is killing me, but I'm just having to get used to it. So uh, it is what it is.
Tell you
Uh,
what, before I started going to the gym, I had a heck of a time walking 2 blocks, 2 city
oh,
blocks.
it's so the
And
walk
just my
isn't
fit.
the walk isn't the problem. The problem is I have a problem with my right heel and my left knee.
Oh,
So
you're messed up.
yes, so I have tendonitis in both knees, and then I've had problems with my heels, well, my right heel for, and this I won't say this to tell you how long it was, but Quentin, when you and I went to the that barbecue spot to 250 barbecue, when we you and I met with my wife, and I had that rental Tesla, getting in that car, it was either getting in the car or getting out of the car. I can't remember which, but I know it happened while I was driving that car. I felt a pop in my heel, and I was like, "Oh, it'll get better," and it hasn't gotten better. That's been like 2 years. I mean, I've been to the doctor. He gave me a boot, and I'm like, I don't really want to be hobbling around with a boot on. So I'm like, well, now that I'm up and moving around and walking a lot more, I'm like, it's only going to get worse. So Steven says, "Hey,
What
yo,
up,
Dashing
Steven?
family, good evening." uh, yeah. Quentin said, I don't miss the metro at all. Yeah, me neither. Trust me, I'm driving in tomorrow because my wife will be home tomorrow, so I'll get to drive in. But the worst part is last Thursday was the longest travel day into work. Last Thursday day, it took me an hour and 45 minutes to get into the job.
How long does it
But
take on the train?
so I want to say, truth be told, so what I've been doing is kind of only going on one line because my wife works in one city that's like above DC. So it's in Montgomery County. So if you look at the map, she works in Montgomery County. With that being said, she's along the red line because the red line kind of goes down and then it circles around and goes like this, right? So she works up here, DC's down here. So I've been driving her to work 45 minutes to then get on the train for about half an hour down to where I need to get off. And but that's good and it's bad, right? It saves me a little bit in travel fare, and she likes it because I'm driving her to work and she doesn't have to drive. But it's 45 minutes one way and almost 45 minutes another way. Whereas if I drove to the train station 15 minutes, it'd be half an hour for me to get to DC, and then another 15 minutes to get from Union Station to the red line to get to my job. Right. So it works out to be almost about the same time. So that's why I was just like, I'll just do that. But the good thing is it puts me at work. Like I'm at work at 6:45 in the morning. I don't need to be there until 9:30.
Oh,
So that's the advantage slash disadvantage because, like, if I were to, I feel like working out like something itching on my neck. But I'm like, I feel like if I don't drive her, I'd have to leave my house at like I'll leave with her at like 5:15. If I don't leave with her, I would need to leave the house at like 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30, right? Get to the train station. The train comes at about 8. That the train gets me down to DC about 8:45, and then the get off the metro. I'll probably be getting off the metro at like 9:05, and then I'll just take my time and get to work, by 9:30. So that 2 hours, basically 2.5 hours, I just sit. Actually, yes, like 2.5 hours. I'm sitting. We have a penthouse area, so I go to the penthouse area, and like this morning, I was doing some organization of videos. Yesterday, I did the video for today. Sorry, Monday I did the video for today. Um, and edited it and got it uploaded. Today, my plan was to edit the firearms video for Friday, but I ended up just putting the clips into the folder, and I watched the video on the new version of DaVinci Resolve, and that was like an hour and a half video. And I don't watch them regular time, so I sped it up, and I learned how to kind of use some of the new features. So I was like excited about that. Um,
nice.
yeah, so I'm like trying to do some productive stuff when I'm there in the morning. But I mean, I just took my time, walked from the station I got off at to where my building is, and I stopped and got coffee, and then I walked on up, went upstairs. I dropped my hat off in my office, and then went upstairs. So, like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world to sit and have like I don't say complete and utter quiet. A couple of the maintenance folks came in there, and then I met this lady who's like the concierge for the building. She came up there and was like, we're having an event up here today, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm getting ready to leave in like 10 minutes because this was like 9:05. I said, I'm gonna get ready to leave in like 10 minutes. I said, I will not be in your way. She said, oh, that's fine. We got to talking, and she hooked me up because it started raining. I was trying to figure out how I was going to send the umbrella to myself at work. She was like, she said, let me see what I can do for you. I said, okay. She found me a big old umbrella. She said, I said, well, she said, well, worry about getting the umbrella sent to you tomorrow. She said, you can use this one today. I was like, okay, thank you so very much.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, I ended up leaving it at work because it wasn't raining when I left. So with that being said,
Buy an
I
umbrella.
well, I had it sent. It's already here. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, you already got it?
Yeah, hold on one second.
There you go.
So I ordered um ordered two. I figure I'll keep one in my book bag, and I don't know where the other one's gonna go. But I mean, a little $20
Yeah,
umbrella that opens and closes.
that's all you need. As long
Yep.
as the wind
And
doesn't tear it apart.
so it was said heavy duty, yada yada, rated for like 100 miles an hour. One of those type deals. But we shall see what it actually does. But I am, like I said, I have two of them. So if I ordered one, it would have been like $25 almost. But for getting two, it was like 38. So I was like, okay, I'll just get two. Yeah. Let's see. Johnny Hayes says, "Dumb question. I like smoke flavor and I like food food in a fire oven. Can you cook in a fire oven then finish in a smoker? I don't see why not. I mean, I smoke things all the time. So
You like reverse sear in a way.
yep,
I mean,
exactly.
reverse sear.
Well, it would be just be searing and finishing in the oven. Why do we have to keep trying to change the names to stuff? It would be seared and then finished in the oven or finished in the smoker. I mean, the reverse sear is
Well,
actually what? Where's the line?
so John, you could definitely do that. That's not a problem. Just to answer your question, I mean, in all reality, it doesn't. I'm probably going to get crucified for this shit, but
No, you're
it
not.
doesn't matter if it's a smoker, a Weber,
Nope. An oven?
oven, whatever.
Nope.
It's about the getting
BTUs or BTUs, as Harry Sue says. That's what Victor says all the time. Harry says BTUs or BTUs.
Yep.
As long as you heat it and you finish it, however you're going to finish it. That's why I don't say famous for, but I will.
However,
No, no, no,
well,
no, no.
yeah,
I, I'm saying famous for putting stuff in the smoker and then finish it in the oven. Because
yeah,
once it takes as much smoke as it's going to take, it doesn't matter how you finish it. So
right.
to me,
And
if you're gonna cook it or over a fire, um, putting it in the smoker, eh,
in a fire oven, though. So I
yeah,
think the fire oven. I'm thinking more like a pizza oven type thing. Fire oven.
yeah, I get that.
So
And the
if he
pizza,
wants the smoke flavor, if that's the case, if the protein, whatever you're cooking, is not exposed to the flame or whatever, and you want
hmm
the smoke flavor, you could get a smoke tube, and you could use that inside that little oven area. I know people that use smoke tubes in their regular oven.
oof, I don't know
So
if I want to do that. To be honest with you,
I've seen people do it. But
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to do that because that's gonna put off a lot of smoke inside of the house.
it,
Um,
principles, though. I mean, it's the theory. I mean, if you want
yeah,
more
but
smoke flavor, you could throw a smoke tube in there.
I understand, but I also live in a house with a smoke detector that was set off. So
Then
unless
don't
you're,
then don't put
but
it in
look,
your oven.
I mean, I want to, I will say, vet a suggestion, and it might be they might have an oven that they can directly vent outside. My
Right.
vent doesn't vent outside. My vent, and this is like I said, going to vet the your solution, only because my vent doesn't uh, vent outside. It vents into the room. So if I did that, it would put I won't say a dumb amount of smoke, but it would put a lot of smoke into the room, and then I would have to put a fan in the window to try to pull some of that smoke out of the room. So I don't know
And
if that's the best
before
situation.
anybody starts pulling out the knives and execute me, I've never
No,
done
no,
it myself. I've heard of people doing it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm 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 playing devil's advocate, man.
I
Just to
understand.
caution that might be, you know,
Not
um,
advisable. I
yeah,
get it.
there we go. Yeah.
If you want to stay married,
Oh yeah. So let's see. They're closing the red line for the summer, Rockville through Bethesda. Freaking awesome. I knew they were closing it. I just didn't know in which direction. Um, so are they going to go from like? Well, I guess yeah, that probably be Rockville all the way down to Bethesda. Hmm. Maybe I'll have to drive a different way, and maybe she'll have to drop me at a station in Bethesda. I don't know. Because I know I'd heard that they were going to be doing something like that, but honestly enough, most likely what will happen is they'll be running shuttles. Whenever they close one line, they do shuttles. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Blind Man says, "What are we drinking tonight?" So honestly, Blind Man Dave, do not have a drink. I am so tired that if I start drinking, I will fall asleep on this camera. So Brian is holding up a bottle of the Grind Espresso Shot.
double
Double
espresso.
espresso. Oh yeah, I see it's double espresso flavor. Um, Roger said I always had a rain jacket and an umbrella in my backpack just in case. JIC, just in case. Yeah. Steven says don't like umbrellas. I'm always forgetting it somewhere. This would go directly into my book bag in a zipper pouch pocket and add to the probably 30 or 40 pounds of stuff that I have in my bag already. Sean said commuting kills my energy to record. Me too. More like infamous. Yeah, infamous indeed. Smoke tubes in the oven. What the hell? Um, might as well put smoke tubes in the car while we're at it. I mean, look, to each their own.
I've
Um,
used storage totes to cold smoke.
uh, okay, so Blind Man Dave said we did that at school, but we had huge hoods to suck the smoke out
Yeah.
and to the atmosphere. Johnny said, I've consistently heard of double deep fried, or is this double smoked? If so, how would you do it? So double deep frying is pretty simple. You fry something at at a lower temperature. So let's say you're frying chicken, right? And or fries. Fries are a good example of something that gets double deep fried pretty regularly. What it is you and it basically is the same thing as like cooking it to done and then searing it. It's just the method in which or the final catalyst to impart temperature is just different. But the procedure is going to be the same. So the thing is, you would deep fry something, and again, this works really well with chicken, and it really works well with French fries. You put the fries in the oil at like 275 to 300 degrees, and you let them cook until they're done, right? And then you take them out, and some people will take them out and drain them and let them cool or what have you. And then you flash fry them at like 350, 375 to finish them. That puts a crust on the outside, and the inside should remain moist and almost say tender, but moist and soft, right? Because the outside is, seared, if you will, for frying. Same thing goes with chicken. you're trying to cook the chicken until it's done, and then you flash fry it to give it that final little bit. So this is to put this into perspective, John. A few weeks ago, I had an on-site cook, and what I did was I took the chicken wings and I put them in the smoker for about an hour and a half, 2 hours at like 250 degrees, 225, 250, and they were done in that they hit the done temperature, but they weren't finished. Okay, so when I went to the event, and if you want to, you can go back a few videos on my channel and look at the on-site cook, my first on-site cook for 2026. Right, you'll see in the video where I pulled those chicken wings out of the pan that I had them in and put them on the grill to get directly cooked, basically in essence searing them. Okay, but I was, putting some grill marks on them. But it's the same as, you sear a steak, you just are grilling the chicken, right? You're just
Just to make
putting
it
the
look
grill
dirty.
marks. Yep, exactly. Well, also to warm it back up as well.
Right.
So that was another, I'm gonna say byproduct, but that was another thing. So I wanted to warm them back up to eating temperature, and then get them a good crust, right? So same with double frying or double smoking something. You're going to smoke it at a lower temperature, and even with my chicken wings, when I'm cooking chicken wings like for myself or doing chicken wings for other folks, I will cook them at a higher temperature for a longer period of time, which is, I won't say in essence double smoking, because usually the double smoking is two different temperature zones, or two different temperature ranges. So a slower temperature to start, and then a higher temperature to finish, or a high temperature to start and a lower temperature to finish. That's pretty much where you have that double smoking. So you might say you're, let's say you're taking a steak, right? And we all know what a reverse sear is, or hopefully you know what a reverse sear is, where you cook that steak at a slow temperature, like 225, between 225 and 250, for however long it takes to reach like 100 degrees. Okay. And then once it reaches 100 degrees, you stoke that fire and you get that fire raging. And that fire can be anywhere from, I'm going to say 350, but like 400 plus, right? And you sear it to get that good Maillard reaction crust on it. And same with the French fries or with the chicken. That's the double whatever method, if you will. Yep. So Roger said shuttle buses. So I mean, it might not be all that bad. Penguin blue waving tear.
What up,
I guess
Russ?
Robert crying. How you doing this evening, Russ? Hey Dash. Hey everyone. Blind man said, "What temp did you smoke the wings?" It was like 225, 250, and it was for literally an hour and a half, 2 hours. Um, and I'll be honest, I wasn't really worried so much about the temperature, because
Yeah.
I took the wings off of the smoker, wrapped them up, and took them right to the event. Got the grill started and finished cooking them within less than an hour. Um, Aside from the fact that I had to wait for the lady. Remember, I said she was late, so I had to wait for her to get there. But literally, that was when I was, I'm gonna say, packing the car. The wings were the last thing. Like, I put everything else in the car, and I was waiting for just the time for me to leave, so that I could put the yes, I could put the wings in the pan and take them with me. But they had 250 degrees for 2 hours. I mean, they had hit done temperature, but they weren't finished. They weren't finished. I mean, they were edible when I took them out of the smoker, but they weren't. They didn't look good. They wouldn't. We look with our eyes. Even though they probably would have tasted fine, they were much better. And the grilling them took away all of the smoke flavor. There really wasn't much of any smoke flavor. It just that outside char just took over. But they were good. They were really good. I had one for scientific purposes.
Right.
So B, tell me about those. What's behind you? Are those the jalapeno? That's what you took to the police, not police, the
Yeah.
fire
Well,
station.
no, when I made this for the fire department,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make any extra for me. I just cooked everything for
Oh,
them. But and I was experimenting. So it's like, damn, this tastes pretty good. So I went
yeah.
and got some more and made that this past weekend. So
Okay.
It's stuffed chicken breast with sour cream, artichoke, and jalapeno
Mm,
inside, and
okay.
then and also with what is it? Habanero pepper jack cheese inside as
Hmm.
well, and then wrapped with not turkey bacon.
Right
Um,
here. Funny
but
guy.
smoked. I smoked them low for I smoked these low for I want to say about 2.5, almost 3 hours. And then I just
Mm-hmm.
turned on the manual mode and scorched, heated it up. Worked out good.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Didn't
Chicken.
I tell you, Roger, that she called me to do an event for her in July? Um, are you laughing? Are you laughing? All right. Put your arms up.
Put my what?
um, I said,
My,
put your arms up. When you were coughing, you were
I just
choking.
swallowed wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, all right, sorry.
yeah. So Russ said, time total spent. I mean, when I cooked the wing, hopefully you're talking about the wings. It was about an hour and a half, 2 hours that I smoked them here at the house, and then I left and traveled to where. I'm so sorry. I traveled to where I had to be, which was about half an hour, 45 minutes away. Got the grill started, and then literally it took all of 5-10 minutes at the absolute most to cook the entire batch of chicken wings that I had. It really didn't take very long at all. Uh, John says, "What's your opinion on never cook frozen food or for grilling, or is it okay? Because I've never heard of anyone grilling something frozen. I cook frozen burgers all the time.
Yeah,
And
frozen
I cook
chicken.
I cook frozen hot sausages all the time too. I
Yeah,
literally will go out and listen.
just toss them
I mean,
on.
you know, when you are, I want to say, barbecuing on a budget, and you have to buy things when they are on sale, you buy in bulk, you put stuff in the freezer, and you cook it when you can, or you buy in bulk and then spread out the things that you're cooking so you don't get tired of it. But I mean, I can I my wife has had a butcher box subscription since before COVID, and we love it. And we cook lots and lots of butcher box stuff from frozen. Now, mind you, it's probably a little better because it's flash frozen or other things like that. But besides the point, I'm not cooking fresh meat every day. I can't afford to. Um, briskets, briskets that I cook to sell. If I find a sale, right? If I find Sam's every now and again will say, "Hey, we're going to take 24% off of something." Those would be briskets that I would put into the freezer and thaw. I did a cook a few. It's been a month or two now, and the girl called me like in the afternoon. I put the brisket in some water to quick thaw it, thawed it out, cooked it, and it was fine. The you guys will see this video in a week or two maybe. I had a brisket that I got a call for. This was for a graduation party, and a guy hit me up last Wednesday, asking me if I could cook for him on Sunday, and I'm like, and actually it wasn't last Wednesday, it must have been last Thursday, asking if I could cook for him for Sunday, and I'm like the Sunday after tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. He's like, yeah. He's like, I know. So I said, well, I haven't have a brisket in the freezer. I can, thaw one out, and I can cook for you Saturday morning. So that's what I did. I ended up cooking for him Saturday morning. Took him to food Sunday morning. All was right with the world. Um, I have done burnt ends from a chuck roast. I actually bought some chuck roast the other day. I was at Sam's, and again, I go to Sam's, and it's like if I see a pack of meat that's on sale, Usually I'll get it from Sam's, where it's like Restaurant Depot. If you get that meat that's on sale from the Restaurant Depot, it's because the cryovac is broken or popped on the meat at Restaurant Depot. And I would only cook something like that for my family because there's no way I want to get burnt by. I learned early on. I bought some ribs like 10 plus years ago, and I was like, "Oh, they're on sale. They're on the markdown." Man, as soon as I opened those ribs up, they stunk to high heaven, and I was just like, "Damn!" And I
Yeah.
seasoned them and I cooked them, and I was like, "Oh man, please let it be like," because sometimes you'll get a funkiness, like just with pork. Sometimes it has a funkiness, but as soon as you like rinse it off and get it seasoned and everything like that,
It's usually
it's
the
like whatever.
purge.
Yep, I was about to say it's usually whatever's in that package. It just
Yeah.
gets a little funky. But no, I was like, maybe that's the case. Maybe it's the same. Yo, I did everything I could aside from putting soap on those damn ribs to try to clean them. And I
Yeah.
literally wasted my seasoning, wasted my time. This was so long ago. I cooked these ribs in Bessie. Okay, so this is 10 plus years ago. I did these ribs, and when I tell you, I wasted a lot of time and money and energy in cooking those ribs. And then when I went to, I had a lady who used to work at the Restaurant Depot. Her name was Miss Gladys, and I went to Miss Gladys the next time I went over there. Actually, I think what happened was I had to get up early that morning, go to the Restaurant Depot, and buy more ribs so that I could have ribs for that day's cook. But when I went into there, when it went in there, I said, Miss Gladys, I got some ribs, yesterday or the day before, and I cooked them last night. And I said they were rancid, like they were horrible. I'm like, I washed them, I seasoned them, I put them in my smoker to cook, and I'm like, they came out and they were horrible. She said, well, I don't care if you season them or cook them, bring them back. She said, bring them back, and we'll give you credit for whatever you spent on your account, and then you buy something else. I said, okay, well, now I know. I said, now I know. She said, well, where are they? I said, Miss Gladys, I was so upset. I threw them all into the woods behind my house. And she said, why would you do that? I said, because I know there's animals back there. Let them get sick. I said, I'm not letting my people get sick. And she was like, okay. So I said, no, I'm not. There's no way I'm finding those ribs. And I said, it's been a couple hours. This been something already eaten on it, I'm sure. So let's see, frozen like straight from the freezer to the grill, or frozen and thawed in the fridge. I don't thaw stuff in the fridge. I don't have fridge space, and I don't have time. Look, I'm not going to let my stuff get to room temperature when it's thawing.
Yeah.
Especially a big old hunk of meat like brisket. And here's the thing: I can take some if I can. Well, I used to be able to, and I have to start thinking like I'm not here, but I used to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna take some ribs out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. At 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, they'll be thawed. I'm not gonna take those ribs out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and then not cook them until the following morning. That's a problem. You have to understand how. And then when I thought take them out at 2 and then have them thawed at 6, that's when I would put them in the refrigerator. But I'm not going to put them in the refrigerator for them to thaw in 2 or 3 days. I don't have that. I'm not a bachelor. I'm gonna say bachelor, but I'm not one that has that much refrigerator space. Um, yeah, frozen, freezer to grill. Well, it depends on what you're cooking, because you can cook steaks from frozen. You just need to keep the
Yeah.
temperature lower.
Low.
I've cooked a brisket from frozen. Truth be told, I've cooked. All right, so here are the things that I've cooked from frozen, and I'm not proud of it. But sometimes people hit
Circumstance.
you up. Yep, yep. People hit me up, and this is one of those things where I need to just do a video on how I figured it out, and it worked. All right. I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna try
You
it.
can
Right.
also do a video on how you cook chicken over a brisket.
Easy. Brisket
No, I
has a
know,
higher
but
finishing temperature.
there's that whole
Oh,
controversy. I
there's
know,
no
I
real
know.
con- raw. No, cooked. Yes, and I don't. And we'll get back to that because that is a fiery topic that
Squirrel.
every time I show that somebody has a problem with it, and then I say raw chicken that's being cooked, but then they say, oh, well, it's fine to let pork drip on everything. No, it's not. There's like a hierarchy in the things that need to be in a smoker because certain people don't eat certain things, right? Anyway, I've cooked the brisket from frozen. How I cooked the brisket from frozen was I didn't have it at the final finished temperature. Yeah, the final cook temperature. I had it at a lower temperature to thaw it out. Once it thawed, then actually I've cooked a couple briskets from frozen. I cooked a brisket from frozen to the point where it wasn't thawed enough all the way, and I cooked it at a low temperature to thaw it out. And then I took it out of the smoker, trimmed it, seasoned it, and put it back into the smoker, and it was fine. It's
Hmm.
just a matter of the process and how you do it.
Yeah.
You can't treat something that's frozen as if it's not, right? You have to bring it to I'm gonna say a raw, but a thawed temperature. Then once you bring it to that thawed temperature, you treat it like it was thawed, right? You treat it like it was fresh. I've cooked turkey breast from frozen. Again, same thing. I took some turkey out, or I had some turkey in the freezer or refrigerator that I thought was thawed, and I have some refrigerators in the garage and certain areas of the refrigerator, and we all have this a spot where it gets so cold that it freezes stuff pretty much. Or if you have something that's really cold, it will damn near freeze it. Like I've had ribs that I've had to deal with that I put into the refrigerator in a certain spot, and they were kind of frozen from the store, and then when I brought them home, they didn't thaw out. They were just still frozen. So I had to like season them and thaw them and then finish cooking them. Um, that jerk brisket. If you go back on my channel a long time ago, I did a jerk brisket, and the whole thing was I I had this really teeny tiny brisket. I'm like, oh, that'll fit in the vacuum sealer. So I seasoned it, put it in the vacuum sealer, froze it for months, then took it out,
Hmm.
put it on the smoker, and cooked it from frozen. It was horrible. It was horrible. Horrible. Do not like minus 10 out of 10. Do not recommend. All right, Tosh says, what's that? He said it was a chicken breast or stuffed chicken breast with
Yeah.
wrapped in bacon. I smell that funky smell and throw them away. It only happened twice, but the smell scares me. I've had food poisoning once, and I'm never trying to go through that again. You gotta. Only way you can get rid of that stuff is to actually eat it and build up a tolerance. Is there any new products coming out for grilling and smoking? Yeah, man, there's new. Uh,
Every day.
man, every
Every
day,
day.
B. Every day,
Every
B.
hour.
Scrog. Shoot. Listen, you know what? You know what's funny? You guys have seen me put the ruler into the hopper on the pellet cabinet, and
Mm.
everybody and their mother's like, "Oh my god, that is a genius idea! That's the smartest thing ever!" And I'm like, "How can I turn that into something that I get paid for?" Right? And I'm like, "Who would pay me to send them a like? Because you can
A
go on
ruler.
Amazon, not even a ruler, but a ruler that has adhesive on it, right?" And I'm like, but I'm sure there's probably somebody that would, right? But the whole thing is, you can go out to Amazon and buy. Let's just do some fact checking here.
Well,
Uh,
like how many people knew? I mean, you didn't know Control Alt Delete when you were a kid. You had to be taught that, or you had to be shown that, right?
um,
So I mean,
I
it's the
have been
same
a computer.
premise.
True, kind of. I've been a computer person for quite a while.
You
Um,
didn't know it when you
and
were in first grade.
I did actually because we had a Commodore 64. So I knew that
Oh,
dude, I was
okay.
doing DOS commands, I won't say as a child, but as a kid. Like seriously, I have been, I'm gonna say a computer person, but I've been doing computer things for quite a while. But I
The ruler
mean,
trick, though, the ruler trick, I had no clue until I saw your video. I'm like, damn, that's pretty fucking smart.
yeah.
You know?
So here's a eight eight pack self adhesive measuring tape, 36 inches, peel and stick ruler tape, left to right reading ruler stick for workbench, table saw, drafting table, imperial metric, and scale. So one of these, and let me pull this up. Yeah, here I'll show you. Let me share my screen real quick. Make sure I don't have any incriminating information on the screen.
Of
Yep,
course.
I know, right? So let me just log out of Amazon because it had my
That's the life we
address.
live.
Yeah. Well, it didn't have my address, but it had my zip code, zippy code. Sign out. Oh, you know what? Let's just do this. Go back.
Just post the link.
Oh, yeah,
Just
that would
copy the
work.
link.
Yeah, that would work. Look at you, smart guy.
Control delete.
Yeah, so this is the cheapest one I found because you get 6 rulers, or excuse me, 8 rulers. A lot of them were like 70 some odd inch rulers. You don't need that. You need literally 18 inches of rulers. But here is the link to this is the 8 pack. Now again, you don't have to buy 8 of them. But I'm like, if I buy 8 of them, can I charge $5 to send this, or $10 to send one of these to somebody who wants one? Because I mean, I will. I'm not above it. I mean, yeah. Um.
I'll get
So,
it to the Lone Star Facebook group.
oh hell yeah. Scrog says he's tardy. It's fine. Angela says, "Yo, what up? What up? You was
What
a
up, Andy?
bachelor. I was a bachelor. You're right. Did you get a chicken in my brisket? No, I did not get chicken in your brisket. Um, technically, it would be
Wait a
chicken
minute.
on your
Scrog got a
brisket.
brisket from you?
No.
Oh,
He's yes, Scrog is he's basically piggybacking off of what you said. So Scrog said he went with the prime brisket. So we're gonna ask him in a moment how that turned out.
and how long it took.
IRS a chicken. Yeah. Angela's here. Yes. Scrog said, "LOL, build up a tolerance." Yeah, man. Uh, look. Roger said, "Damn autocorrect." He spelled something wrong again. He says, "Chick skeet." Yeah. Fridge thawing takes forethought. Man, not only does it take forever, it takes forethought. That is a
Yes.
very valid point, Dave. That is a very valid point. Um, let's see. Quentin said, "I'll be in Atlanta this weekend. I plan to stop by the Big Green Egg
There
store
you
to
go.
see what they have have. All right. Yo, F disc, not CAND. Yeah. You
F
know what
this,
F
not
disc does? You know what F disc
control.
does, Ryan? Do
No.
you know what F disc does? I won't say look it up, but F disk will delete a hard drive. It'll not only delete a hard
Oh,
drive.
format.
It
Format
well
disk.
no listen. So you format it with like a defrag, right? You can defrag and format.
Yeah.
F disk is a more brutal thing where it will overwrite a series of zeros across the whole thing, a series of ones across the whole entire hard drive, and you
Mhm.
can set it to run that X number of times, because when you delete something off of a hard drive, it's not gone unless
No.
it's rewritten or written to, deleted, written over, and deleted multiple times. And then you know how you have like a notepad and someone can take the note underneath the piece of paper you tore?
Right.
That's what
Pencil.
happens on a hard drive. That's what happens on a hard drive. So in order to not let that happen, you pretty much are scratching over the whole thing, and no one will be able to see what you saw or see what you wrote. Share my screen. Damn, I thought it was at work for a minute. Yeah. What's the tape measurement for cutting meat? So, John, I won't say it seems like you're new here, but I have a a Lone Star Grills. Well, I have the Lone Star Grills pellet, and also have the Lone Star Grills 20 by 42 inch pellet cooker. And what I did was I took a ruler and put it inside of my pellet hopper, so I knew how much how much pellets I had in. I won't say how many because it's
It's easier to gauge how much longer he could cook with the remaining pellets.
correct. So, and when I fill up the hopper, I have 17 and a half inches of pellets in the hopper. And then and it works out to be like a little over about an inch, maybe about an inch per hour of cooking. So I can lift up the lid, look down in there and say, oh, I have 15 inches of pellets. Oh, I'm fine for this 6 hour cook, right? I can open up the lid and look down in there and say, oh, I'm down to 6 inches. I'm going to be seeing like where the pellets kind of come to a head and go into the hopper. I'm going to need to add some pellets. It's just a quick way to be able to look at it's more or less a pellet gauge. I won't say a fuel gauge, but it's a pellet gauge. So I can easily see how much or how many pellets I have left in the cooker. Funny man, Brian. Yeah, he's definitely. And you charge labor for having your for I could charge labor for having to bend the ruler. You're absolutely right. That bend is actually more critical than you think, Scrod, because if you bend it too far, those metal rulers are going to break. But that link that I provided, hold on, this link right here, that link, it's paper, or it seems like it's, I'm say seems like it's paper, but hold on, let's see.
Why would they make
Is
it
it
out of
paper?
paper?
Peel and stick ruler tape left to right. I don't know what it's made of though.
Probably
No,
some
no,
sort of
no.
a
Look, look,
bond.
look. So it says these adhesive measuring tapes are made of waterproof material and coated, which are durable and eco-friendly.
Nylon.
And yeah, it's plastic, probably right. But I mean, there you go. That would be the one right there. Maybe I should post that link. Like, hey, check these out. This is an improvement on the metal ruler. You don't even have to do anything, and it comes with adhesive. Because I spent money on the ruler, and then I spent money on the double-sided. Oh yeah, the double-sided tape, and then I had to put the bend in the ruler. Man,
Too much labor.
that's a lot of labor. There you go. Alt F4. If you don't know what Alt F4 does, you
Yes.
go for it. Do you know what Alt F4 does, B?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
it
on a
kills your
piece?
screen.
It does what?
Kills your screen. What
Yeah,
you're on. Yeah,
it'll
it'll
close the
close
current
everything you
window.
got. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, if you're on your desktop, so you should press Windows flag and D, then Alt and F4. If you're going to do it right, Roger, you got to do it right. I'm sure Roger's probably cracking up. TJ says, "Good evening, all."
What up, TJ?
Cook starts late tomorrow after. Cook starts late tomorrow night. Party is Saturday. That's what's up.
Nice.
Also, Dash, your little cousin, says hi, and she has some cod for your grill. Word, word, word. Well, I work for alcoholic beverages. I guess we'll have to wait till she's old enough to buy alcoholic beverages. Cut the ruler. Yeah, TJ's right.
Yeah.
I
See,
should
that's
charge for
extra labor.
the bend. But
There's
see,
an
and this
extra
is
$1.50.
man, this is, and it's so funny. I'm telling you, I'm dead serious when I was like, how can I like how can I make money off of this? But maybe I'll just suggest it to Brian, to Chris, and say, hey, Chris, here's a link to some, rulers, and maybe you can start adding them to the cookers from here on out. And I know people would appreciate it, and they would know just how much, how many pellets they had in their
Isn't
cooker.
he making the basket now for the LSGs, the 42s?
Yes. So but I thought that basket was from the El Fuego cookers.
It
And now
was initially.
yeah, yes, but everyone liked them so much that now he's making them for. Well, it's the same basket.
Yeah.
So
he just had to make a different deflector plate.
Yes, that was the difference. So I mean, I give credit where credit is due, and they are definitely innovating, and they are changing, definitely making changes. Like I noticed the difference between on my pellet on the cabinet, the bottom for the base is expanded versus on the new one it's solid, it's a solid plate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's the difference. Is yours solid or is yours expanded?
Expanded.
Really? So they may have gone to doing.
Yeah, they switched to solid shelf on the bottom.
Huh.
Yeah, because when you pointed that out on your video, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know they switched. But your controller on yours is black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it seems
mine's like the one on your cabinet.
My cabinet.
It's got red.
Yeah, it's orange.
Or orange. Same diff.
So it leads me to believe that it might be an updated controller.
It is.
But I was still able to shut down my machine remotely. There were a couple of people who were complaining that they couldn't do it. Did you see on the Facebook group? They're talking about.
I haven't figured out how to do it on my app either, but I haven't really dove into it.
Really, I'm saying I could also tell you. But the whole thing is, so I'm gonna open it up, and because I don't have a session going right now, it's not going to allow me
Yeah,
to
you
do
don't have
anything.
the controller on, so you can't get the information from it.
But
Oh, I think it's.
I want
I
to say, go
think I
start your
saw it
cooker.
once. I don't know.
So it's under the drive. You can put
Yeah,
you can it's under the drive where you can put it into manual mode or you can put it to off.
automatic.
And
Yeah.
if you put it to off, then it'll go into shutdown mode.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
I control mine through the web app, not through my phone most of the time.
oh, it's the same difference pretty much.
Yeah.
Johnny said, or excuse me, John said it would be cool when the pellets get too low, to a low level. Release a lever kicks in to release more pellets from from a reservoir. So that's what I mean. That's kind of technically what we're doing because it's feeding the pellets from a reservoir into the pot. But I think what you're trying to be like is when the pellets in the hopper get too low, we're gonna put more pellets into the hopper. Um,
Just like a big ass Ford that has two gas tanks. Flip the switch.
yeah, you can switch them from the auxiliary or from the front tank to a back from the back tank. Scratch says, "Dang, Ben and Cut, you just starting a fabrication shop." started started a fabrication shop. Roger says, "Just need some silk screen to paint the rulers on the chute." It might be kind of difficult because I'm sure I don't know, Roger, to be honest with you. But the ruler, I mean, eight. It was literally $10 for eight of them. No, it's $8, $8 for eight of them. I mean, even if you charge an extra $5 to put that in
I
there,
think the metal would work better though, personally, because the
I don't think
dust
it.
and
I
stuff.
don't think the. Nope, I don't think it would matter.
Mhm.
I don't think it would matter because it's a white ruler that's plastic. I would only be concerned if that hopper got really warm, and if that hopper got really warm, that ruler is probably going to be the least of your worries because it seems like that all of your pellets are probably like getting backdrafted or what have you. Um, let's see, just need to paint the ruler on the chute. Now, like I said, I don't think.
Here, I'll
Scrog
text it
said,
to you.
yeah. He said he wants to control his fireboard from his phone. Excuse me,
You're not even drinking tonight, are you?
dude. I am that tired. I am literally.
Wow.
It's not the job. It is literally the commute that is like it is sucking the life out of me right now. It
Well,
really
you just
is,
your body will get used to it, but
dude. I feel like I
unfortunately,
need to stretch to work these 4 months. For whatever reason, on my way into work this morning, I feel like I pulled a muscle in my right calf, and I didn't even do much of anything. Like I'm taking the escalator and I was just walking down the street, and all of a sudden, my right calf was hurting today. My left knee, excuse me, my left calf, my left knee, and my right heel. And I've been complaining about my heel for a while, and it's like I said, I've just been sucking it up and dealing with it. And like last week, my heel was robbing. Um, yeah. East Coast times and commute get you. Yeah.
she flies all over, all
Oh,
over.
hi, Catherine. Yeah,
What up?
dipstick ruler. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
What'd you call me?
Your body doesn't get used to that commute. Quentin says it just sucks. Oh, this is a ten
Ten
thousand
thousand.
percent. 10,000% sucks. Oh, mm, yeah. I'm just trying to get through it and get to the
You're
point
dreading it.
where yeah. So Monday was extra taxing, right? So Monday was the first day that I'd taken the metro. So I got up in the morning and drove my wife into work. And let's see, got up in the morning, drove my wife into work, went into work early, did the video editing that I had to, worked all day, left the job at, we left at 4:10 ish, my manager and I had to go to a hotel in Northern Virginia where they run these like conferences. And this is one of the things that I'll be doing in my job is I'll be the person from my company that brings the slides, runs the meeting, and does the AV. I'm like an AV tech person, whatever. So, with that being said, I went with her to the dry run and setup of the conference that was happening on Tuesday. I couldn't attend yesterday because yesterday was Taste Test number three's graduation. So I was at the graduation, but that would have been my first on-site event to attend. But I couldn't do it. Anyway, we leave from DC, go into Crystal City, go to the hotel, and so get on the train, get off the train, walk a couple blocks to the hotel, go into the hotel, do what we need to do. We're there for like half an hour, 45 minutes, leave at 6. So now I'm in Northern Virginia. We leave from Northern Virginia, take the train back into DC, take the train from one line to the other line, get off the train, go into Union Station. We missed the train. Well, we didn't miss the train. We weren't going to make the train anyway. There's a train at like 6:27, and the next one is at 7:15. So we're in there, and she's like, "Well, we missed that train, or we're not going to make that train when we were on our way." So she said, "The next one is at 7:15. Like, let's just fart around Union Station." So she's like, "Oh," she started looking for the Jamba Juice. Well, we come in on the first floor, then we had to find it. She had a scooter with her, so we had to find the elevator to go into the basement at Union Station. We're looking for the Jamba Juice, and she's like, "It was right here. It was right here." They moved it. Guess where they moved it? Upstairs. So then we had to go back upstairs. We found the Jamba Juice, and we got smoothies or whatever. And I'm sitting there talking to her, and then I bought my wife an insomnia cookie because the insomnia cookie was right next to the Jamba Juice. So I got her an insomnia cookie, and we waited and waited and waited, and we had, like I said, the train came at 7:15, and we got on the train, and she gets off 2 stops before I do. So she got off where she got off, and then I got off where I got off, and I got off of the train on Monday evening, and I was just like, it has been a very long day, a very long day. And, I won't say stress, but doing a new experience of riding a train, doing a new experience of riding the metro, all of those things, plus all of that back and forth in between. I was so tired on Monday. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm having a nice drink. I'm going right to sleep. And I did. And I went right to sleep. And on Tuesday morning, we had to get up because Taste Lesson number three graduation. So actually, I didn't stay up too late last night, but I also didn't get. I mean, I actually kind of went to bed a little early, but still, it's been a long few days, and this is only the second week. I got another
You
two
don't
more weeks
typically
of
get a
this.
lot of sleep anyway.
No, I don't, but I also didn't really do very much to be like, oh my god, I need to do blah blah blah. Like I'm not. I'm. I mean, when I was working out, I slept more because I was a little more tired. Right. I had to
Mm.
recoup and whatever. So I'm gonna say another thing in my building. There is a little workout fitness center. So I'm like, all right, well maybe I won't take all of that time to just sit upstairs and be on my computer. But I'm like, I don't know when else I'll have time to edit video because I'm too busy on a train, and I don't have a place where I can set up my laptop, set up my hard drive, do everything else I need to do. So I'm like, I might as well try to take advantage of those 3 days where I'm sitting, where I can edit and get my videos together. So yeah. I have been. It's been a lot these last couple weeks, basically,
It's a new
and
schedule.
it is more than just a new schedule. Yeah, TJ says old age. Yep, definitely. Oh, now Catherine wants to say hello. Hi. um, it's why I won't promote up and
Have to
have to
work
work
in
in
DC.
DC. Yeah,
She works
man.
remotely, so
Oh, sounds like Dash is getting old with all those aches and pains. I have definitely been getting old. It's not like sounds like Miller Lite in a bottle tonight. Oh, and I did snag a couple bottles of Old Forstner 1910 from Specs. Nice. It was on sale for 42 and change. Nice, nice,
there you
nice.
go.
Insomnia cookies are so good, Angela says. Yeah, she likes the one with all the stuff in it too. all of the nuts and other stuff in it. I'm just like, okay, that's the one she wants. Of course, it's the most expensive one. One of the $5 cookies. We did that commute for 3 or 4 months when I was at my sister's. Absolutely was killing me mentally to do that every day. Yeah, man. Because you would take the light rail to the Mark station, and then from the Mark station into DC on the metro, or did you take the light rail to the Mark? Yeah, I figured you probably had to take the light rail to the Mark maybe, but I want to say, tell me how you did it. Roger said he did Rockville to no to Nova to Northern Virginia on the metro for years. Roger, to be fair, also lives like 2 or 3 blocks from a metro station. So, all right. So Clinton said he drove to the Mark train. Mark. He drove to the Mark station and took the train, took the DC. Yeah, Angela, that's the one she likes. The kitchen sink. No, not my favorite. Let's see what is in this container. Because I am about to drink it. Please let it be water. Yes, it's water. It was stale, but I was thirsty. Oh, all right. Let's see. That oh, here we go. That would be good. Idea is to start growing younger. That might solve some of your issues. Food for thought.
I would agree with that.
Man, if only I could take I won't say a pill or a shot to start doing the
How
Benjamin
far
Button
back would
thing.
you go?
God, man, I would go as far back. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go too further back than when I got married. But I would do some things differently. Like I would start investing a lot earlier. I would not be done with my money early as I was earlier. Um, but I mean, it's one of those things where I'm paying for it now, like literally still paying for it now. Um, but I wouldn't change. I think I wouldn't change anything up until the point where I got married, or maybe just before I got married. But that would only be like I wouldn't change my wife, or I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna go back to the point where I was 18. And no, I mean, it would be lovely to say, oh, I would go, as opposed to going to work right after high school, I would force myself to go to college. But I would have played in college. I would have been dumb in college. So me not going to school until a little later in life and not going to a technical school, which was something I actually enjoyed, um, I would have just been smarter with my money. Like I said, started looking into investing earlier. If I could go back and tell myself to like put money away into investments, to not be afraid of the stock market and to learn about it, I would be so much further along in my investment ability. Also, I would have told myself to start a 401k when I was at Lockheed because I didn't. We had a pension. When I started, we had a pension, and they told us that the 401k was optional. And I'm like, why am I taking extra money out of my pocket that I don't really have? And I wish someone would have said, do it. Even
Do
if
it.
you don't do, but
Yeah.
like 5 to 7%, whatever the company is matching, just do that because I would be way
And
further
max it.
ahead,
Max it
way
out.
further ahead. Well, I know I wouldn't have been able to afford maxing it
Yeah.
out. I mean, I didn't. Again, I didn't have a
Well,
degree, so
yeah.
my money was not as long as a lot of other people's. So real fact. So let's see. So Mark to the Union, then Redline to work. The girlfriend went to Crystal City like you. Well, I only went to Crystal City one day because we had that set up for a meeting. So that was it. Oh, Noma Station is past Union. Oh, I thought you were going to no. I thought you were trying to say Nova, But Noma Station, okay. I don't. Yeah, but I will say again, you're. It wasn't. I don't know. I look. I don't even know. Uh, Shush all the Baltimore to DC. Okay, whining. TJ says 24 for me. 24 what? 24 minutes? 24 miles?
No,
24
no, I
years?
think that's in reference to how far back you would go.
Oh, yeah, age 24. So I got married at
Yeah.
23, so probably about the same, TJ. About the same. Um, but man,
To be honest, I probably wouldn't change. I wouldn't want to go back.
man.
I don't know. Because if you think about it, all the hard crap you had to go through in life and stuff has made you to who you are today.
Oh, I 100%
And
agree. I 100% agree. But
I mean, I have regrets in life, absolutely, but I've learned so much from them.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
I don't think I would learn those lessons if things changed.
You're absolutely right. But you would learn different lessons.
You would. I'd rather stay ignorant to those than the ones that I know. Just saying.
I hear you. Trust me, I hear you. Well, North of Mass is also by Gallaudet. Okay. Did I see that? No, I think I probably seen it on this, but I remember where you worked roughly, Roger. You worked near like the Lincoln Theater, right, or the Ford Theater, one of those theaters. I'm gonna say it doesn't matter, but I do remember you commuting to DC when you worked for that radio station, if you will.
So when's your next catering?
Hmm. June 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah. So in a
Oh,
couple
cool.
weeks, I have to cater. So this I'm catering for my this lady was my manager when I worked at the credit union, or one of my managers when I worked at the credit union, and she was the first person I actually did catering for. So she hit me up kind of randomly, and this is again 10 years ago, actually 12-ish years ago, 12, 15 years ago now. She hit me up and she says, "Hey, are you still doing a barbecue thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Can you cater an event for my credit union?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can do it. I'll figure it out." She was like, "Okay, good answer. Here's how many people we're gonna have. Tell me what it is we need, and here's the email address of the person you need to get in touch with." I was like, "Okay." So we emailed back and forth for a little while, and we kind of agreed on some numbers. And I'm like, "All right, man, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I figured it out though." And they would have me come and cater, and this was, mind you, while I got laid off. So this is 2015. Um, I would take food down there to her and her folks at the credit union, set up a rinky dink table. And I mean, I have a picture of that first setup. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Um, what am I looking? Oh, I can't. Oh wait, I can do this. We can go out to the masses. I'm like, I don't have my what's the name drive set up. Duh. You have network stuff. It's just gonna take you a second longer to get to it. All right, so we're gonna do pictures. Gosh, it's showing me slow. I do apologize. All right.
Yeah, pulling stuff off of my NAS onto my computer, it's like it takes so long for it to populate. Then you got to sort through it, and then it's got to recache all the new thumbnails.
Not that one. Phone pics. S26. Food pics. Got inside events. Event picks. Damn it. Now let's make these extra large. This is the one. When I say humble beginnings, let's look at the, let's see, properties. Can I see the properties? Damn it. This is irking me. Oh, file info. Doesn't say properties. Oh my goodness. Maximize this. I'm going to share my screen. Present. Oh, actually, I could. Hold up. Let's see. Image file. If I could find it and show you. Network. Golly, this is even slower. I probably should have just shared the damn screen, honestly. Or I could. Of course, now this one isn't coming up. I could probably just copy the damn picture to my desktop and it'd be that much faster. I'm waking up my other NAS server because that's the one that it sees. All right. Network. Right. This PC. Here we go. Pictures. Image dump. Phone pictures. 26. Ooh, pictures. Yes. Oh, it's not alphabetical. What the hell? Oh, man. Oh, that pics. Now I got to change the view so I can see them. All right.
You know, I know a good IT guy.
Man, I do too. So I look. This is the picture, man. And this might not be the first time I did it might no. I think it is the first time I did the event for them because when I looked at the date, it was October 13th, 2014. So that was the day before my birthday, in 2014, and I wholeheartedly 100% think that, and I probably couldn't even tell you what it was, like what they had, but I think they had some ribs, some brisket, some pork, some chicken, and these were the size, like a potato salad and a coleslaw maybe. Like I could look back at my Google, or not Google, at my PayPal, um, to look at what they ordered, and my goodness,
Those Amazon burners were good.
those weren't
The
Amazon.
warmers.
They were from Sam's.
Oh, those
Yeah, they were
work pretty
from
good
Sam's.
though.
Yeah, I mean, it worked good enough to warm everything up. So let's see. Roger said, my only regret is not discovering my big green egg 10 years sooner. I'm out. Have a great rest of your week. New York Ave and Florida. Take care, Dave. Later, Dave. We're waiting, still waiting. It would be different if he would, if we could see what you were seeing. I know. That's why. Yeah, I know. So Roger said that's why I always set my NASs to never put drives to sleep. I know, but the trade-off is in speed is reliability. So hold on a second. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
As he announces that to everybody. Wait, I gotta go pee. So Q, how far out, or how long have you had your green egg? Just curious. Yeah, TJ. Yeah, I guess we're waiting again. TJ, what have you been smoking lately? Doing any catering, or is it just cooking for yourself? Ain't that the truth, Q? Oh my gosh. 2021. Okay, so you've had it for a bit. That's cool. I've yet to cook on one. I haven't even tried a barrel smoker either. So I've always wanted to get an egg, but damn, they're just expensive. And for me, they're expensive and not a whole lot of cooking space on the grate. So that was the reason why I went with the LSG. And TJ, haven't had time to cook, huh? Yeah, I get it.
All right, gang, I'm back.
We're having our own little conversation. Oh. We're having our own little conversation. So,
oh,
I was asking Q about his egg when he got that, and asked TJ if he's been cooking at all.
So, all right, so TJ said, I guess we're waiting again. That's what RAID 5 is for. I know, but still, look. I spent a lot of money on these hard drives, and I don't want to have to spend more money on hard drives. So I'd rather take the less aggressive approach and slow them down, and they last longer. Doesn't drink alcohol and has to pee, but I drank a lot of water, and I didn't pee right before I started the live stream. That's the difference. Usually, when I feel like I'm dehydrated. I don't know. It's weird. It's like I said, it's been a long day. I've been hot as hell, so I drank a whole bunch of water when I got home. Quentin said he's had his egg since 2021. I've had my egg longer than you. All right, so I guess we can remove that picture. We don't have to keep looking at that. I haven't had time to cook lately. Neither have I. I cooked this past Saturday, and that was kind of in between everything else I had going on. I had to cook early on Saturday because I had something to do. I can't remember what I had to do on Saturday evening, but I got it. Oh, we did. What did we do? Oh, I had to go to Philly for my baby brother's birthday party. I'm like, I had something like kind of major to do. I went to Philly for my baby brother's birthday party.
I did something, damn it.
I know. It was like, yeah. And then I got up, like, we drove up to Philly on Saturday afternoon, hung out up there for a while, left from Philly like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I didn't get back home until after midnight. And I didn't go to sleep until 1 o'clock. And then I had to get up early on Sunday. I actually did another video. So this is another cook that you guys will see in a couple weeks. I cooked some lamb chops. And I cooked the lamb chops on the new cooker. So you guys will see that in probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending on how the videos stack up and come out. So next week should be a brisket video. And then the week after that should be the lamb chops video. And then hopefully I can cook something this weekend and or next weekend that I will show you guys in a few weeks. Willa
Willapanook Farms.
Willapanook. Oh my gosh. I was trying to figure out where the yeah, man.
He's not the one drinking.
Look at you. You've been a busy man, yeah? Yeah. I have definitely been a busy man. Has anyone cured pork ribs and then smoked them to make bacon rib? And yes, Dash, I understand you don't eat pork.
I haven't.
Fun fact, TJ, I actually just made some bacon a couple weeks ago. I did actually film a video But the end of the video didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. So y'all probably won't see it. It's just the bacon didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. The cure, either I didn't put enough cure on it or didn't put enough seasoning in it, but it doesn't taste like anything. The bacon doesn't taste like anything.
I
So I
remember you
probably,
talking about it on the live a little
yep,
bit.
yep. Ooh, Roger says the Knicks are down 30 at halftime. You know what's so funny? All right, you know when teams win or lose in Philly, they tear up the city. Well, the Knicks lost on Monday night, and they tore up the city, and everyone wants to always give Philly the most grief, but any and everywhere else does the same exact damn thing, and nobody said anything like, "Oh man, this is worse than Philly." That's what I would want to. That's what I would have wanted to see. This is worse than Philly. No, did we see that? No. Everybody's like, look, I ain't gonna say it. No, I wanted them to say this is worse than Philly. I didn't see that. I didn't hear that. So yeah. Anyway, TJ says how convenient. I mean, you know, TJ, you know you're right. I do typically post the videos that don't go as well as I would like them to, but I feel like I don't have to. Oh wow, it's after 10 o'clock. Hi, what y'all got there? What kind of pizza? Mm. I hear the saxophones playing. Speaking of how convenient, they got a pizza I can't eat. Have I eaten dinner? No. Tonight, we dine on water. Yes, water.
MP all night.
Quentin. No, actually, I might have to get up. I'm gonna say conveniently. I might because I probably won't go to sleep until 11:30, 12 o'clock. So hopefully I'll pee before I go to sleep. But I'll probably get up at like you for whatever reason. Like ever since I went back started when I went back to the gym and was getting up at 4:15, that has been like the time that I wake up now. Like I'll turn over and pop up and I'm like and I look at the clock and it'd be like 4:12. And I'm like, and then I'm
Right?
like, all right, do I go back to sleep? And it's like, all right, well, now I'm up and I feel my bladder, and it's like, all right, you know what? Let me just go and pee, and then I can sleep more comfortably for a couple more hours. And I might sleep until 5:30, 6 o'clock at the latest. I
Couple
mean, for the
days
most
ago,
part. Go
couple
ahead,
days
B. I'm
ago, I
sorry.
woke up and I looked at the clock and it was at like 3:16, and I was like, "What in the hell?" And I got so pissed off because it was 3:16 in the freaking morning. I couldn't go back to sleep.
TJ said you say if it's not filmed, then it didn't happen. If I don't post the video, then it didn't happen. I filmed it for sure. I definitely filmed it. Um, Dash, you know they have a power for that. Yeah. Roger says Taylor Swift is at the game. Why is Travis playing? I'm gonna say Taylor Swift is a jinx. Somebody else was at that other game the other day. I think he's a jinx too. Um, if you ask the Knicks fans, he's a jinx. Um, they have a pill
The sorry
for
pill. I'm
a who pill?
sorry. A sorry.
Oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with that video because I actually, honestly, I still haven't even finished cutting up the bacon. I need to cut it up and vacuum seal it, kind of cut it up in the packs. Uh, oh yeah, oh that's who was there. But yeah, like I said, I heard he was a jinx. Removed from studio. Took the picture of. 10:29. I gotta figure out what I'm going to try to eat for dinner. I I'm gonna say I'm reconsidering my life choices.
Now,
Um,
are you still doing the Pew Pew channel? You got videos
mhm.
up for that?
Yes. So this past weekend, and that one, I don't have. So I used to film those videos while I was sitting at home, like either right after I got off of work, or later in the evening.
Right.
So that is being affected too,
Yeah.
in that I don't really have like, dude, I'm not
In
getting home
essence,
until
you have 3
8:30.
jobs or 4 jobs right now. You've got
Well,
your day job, then you've got 2 YouTube, and then you've got catering.
yeah, yeah, and the
That's a
part-time
lot.
job at the range, and the part-time job at the range. Let's not forget that. Um, the one good thing is the I won't say the Pew Pew channel. I want to say it's not as much of a time suck because I can get in and get out and film a video in like 15-20 minutes. It's the editing. Like with the barbecue channel, those videos will take, let's say 5 to 6 hours, 5 to 12 hours, depending on what it is I'm
Yeah.
doing. Um, so that's a lot different. Um,
Well, because you put a lot of extra stuff into the videos.
I
And
try,
that
and
well,
and
and that takes time to research,
oh
and
yeah,
I know. I get it. I did
yeah.
it for years.
So one of the good things about, I won't say about my video editing style, is if I am thinking of something, like I thought of something today or I saw something today and I was like, damn, that'd be a good meme to throw into a video whenever I want to. I go and speaking of, I want to see if it actually downloaded, and I don't think it did. I go into my, nope, it's stuck right there. Close. Sorry. Damn it. Um, so I save the videos that I um like the meme. So I save them. So if ever I need to call back on it, I can. Um, which is good. Damn it. Oh. Anyway, this one is lost to the streets. Um, yeah. So I saved the videos, so I have them, and then I can just drag and drop them into the timeline.
Yeah.
So it's not like I have to go and do it again. But one of the things I'm trying to do, and this will be something I'll be doing hopefully soon, is saving. Like, yeah, a lot of times, like on the gun channel, right? I had a clip from Bad Boys where Will Smith was basically talking to Martin, and he was like, "Now that's how you shoot." But the clip is like 4 minutes long of the whole scene, but I only needed that like 4 or 5
Yeah.
seconds of the video, so I had to go into the video, download the video, wait for that to happen, scrub the
Cut it.
video, find the piece that I wanted, put that into the video that I wanted, and then it's like I will save the entire video and put it into a folder. But then every single time I use it, I'm going to have to find the specific thing, scrub it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get them all the videos into the software, get just the piece that I need, and then put that into a folder. I just haven't gotten that done yet because that takes as much as editing some of the damn videos.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Uh, all right, so let's see. Scrox says, sorry, man, have y'all put up on a big screen, but we're working out logistics for tomorrow. Out of town guests and party gear and all need to be handled tomorrow. Oh, yeah. You're good, man, Scrog.
Yeah.
Scrog and the rest of the family, congratulations to the graduate.
Absolutely.
Scrog, to you too, man. You know, you didn't do it. You helped them do it. But definitely congratulations. I understand if you, oh, yeah. TJ, I was thinking about that as well.
Yeah.
I that is that is that is one of those things that it goes unsung. Okay, I tell you. And look, I'm gonna say funny enough. Oddly enough, this weekend is Father's Day, and I'm not making a big deal of it. But
Next weekend. It's the
no, it's this
20th.
weekend. It is?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's the 20th.
Nah.
Look
Is
it
it
up.
really? I am. I is. I thought it was the. I don't know why I
No, it's
thought it was.
20th.
All right. Well, I'm about to say. Usually we go out. I'm like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Um.
So what are you gonna cook? No, just kidding.
Right. Right. Uh. Look, Roger says, "Good to be an adult." Yeah, man. All right. So TJ said it's in 2 weeks as well. Yeah. No. Not graduate. Oh, 40th birthday party. That's what it was. I couldn't remember. I thought it was. This is graduation season, man. You know, I'm stuck in graduation mode.
I
I just
thought it
did
was a birthday,
graduation.
but
I
I
couldn't
thought he said
remember.
birthday.
Blame it on the
You were
commute.
drunk.
No. I do remember it was a party. I just really, unfortunately,
I
I
just
will admit I made an assumption. Um,
yeah.
and I did not remember. Yeah. TJ says it's late this year. Yeah, it is.
I hate the kids'
So
birthdays because it reminds me of how old I am.
yeah, man. I was showing people because I'm at the new job and they're like, "Where were you yesterday?" And I'm like, "I had my daughter's graduation," and I showed them a picture of my. Oh, here, I'll show you guys. I showed them a picture. Oh
Three?
wait, yes, taste tester number 3. Let's do this. We're going to uh image file. Let's find this image.
All right,
Now,
hold
could I
on,
do it?
guys. He's doing it again.
I'm not. No, this would be much faster. Um, yeah, it'd be much faster because I know where it is, and two, I just look at the pictures, so it's not going to take as long to spin up. Damn it!
TJ, I'm waiting for him to type. Still waiting.
Oh, all right. So I want to say I lied, but I have 2 NASs, and one NAS I updated, the other one I did not. Pictures. There it is.
TJ says, "Don't worry, I'll wait."
Oh, thank you, TJ. I appreciate you, man. Now that I'm back home, I can sync the 2 NASs. I only put I only send the pictures to one.
There it is, TJ.
Shut up. I have performance anxiety. All right. Oh wait. Shoot. Damn it. What the hell? I found the picture and it did. Oh, there it is. All right.
Okay, there
So
we go. Oh,
yeah.
cool. Oh,
Yep.
she looks awesome.
Yep.
Man, look at those nails. Holy cow.
Let's not go there. So,
Poke
but
your eyes out, man.
oh my gosh, she will definitely poke your eyes out. But yeah, I was showing them pictures, and of course, I haven't really, I'm only a weekend, so they haven't seen pictures of my wife and family and everything like that. So I had one lady, she was like, "Oh my god, your wife looks like she could be your daughter," and I was like, "Yeah, don't remind me." Um, so hold on, let's see. I don't have an rsync set up. I use syncback. So I use a free version of syncback free. And what I do is I'll sync. This has been how long I haven't actually. My laptop has been in my bag, and in order for me to sync the pictures, I had to hook up the hard drive and the laptop in order to like I said, to sync the pictures. So I hadn't synced the pictures, but I sync the pictures from my external hard drive to the older NAS, and then I'll sync them from the older NAS to the newer NAS. Um, yeah, but I need to do that right now, so I think I will set that to start working right now.
I got a Synology back in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 4-bay, so I've got, I think, a total of 20 usable terabytes.
Terabytes.
And I haven't had to do a damn thing to them. It's been almost 10 years. I've only had one drive fail in 10 years.
So my older My older NAS it consists of four. What is it? I guess there are four 10 terabyte drives in a RAID 5, which means that I got 27
Yeah.
terabytes. I have 6 terabytes free, and the new one is 320. It's either 326. Yeah, I think it's 326 terabytes.
Wow.
And that one's also set up in a RAID 5, and I have 50 total terabytes, and I have 30 terabytes free. So I won't say future proofing, but I'm running out of space.
Yeah.
I'm definitely running out of space.
Well, and
And
I've got on my PC, I've got 20 terabytes of storage
oh
on my
yeah,
PC itself.
I did the whole JBOD thing and didn't work out really well for me. So
Yeah.
yeah, no. Mm-mm. Daddy Dutch says, "Good evening, y'all. Oh, I found the Camus XO all the way up in North Jersey. Damn, damn. Yeah. So I'm trying to think, Roger, why I think I didn't do rsync just because I've had sync back for such a long time, and I know sync back and it works rather well. And also with sync back, even though I can set it to run a sync every night or every however, I like to do the synchronization myself. Um, Only because I don't want to copy something that doesn't need to be copied, or I still want to have that little bit of control. So that's why I like to initiate the um the synchronization. I don't know, I feel some type of way about synchronizing stuff like automatically. Aside from the one thing I do have set up to auto sync is like my downloads. Um, I don't even really know why I don't need to, but I have those set to sync automatically, and then also I have like a notes folder that I'll write notes in when I get customer orders or um, notes to myself or whatever the case may be. Speaking of which, I need to find a light bulb. There's a note. Um, but uh, I the notes I sync those because I'll open a note, write a note, save the note, and then I'll be like, "Damn it, where'd that quote go?" And
What
that's
program
what
you
I
use?
use. Notepad, dog. I'm
Oh,
not using a
Notepad.
specific
Okay.
program. Yeah, I just use Notepad. I just boom, open it up, and as I'm talking to the person, usually I literally use a notepad. And as I'm talking to people, I write down all of the pertinent information. I mean, it's really, hey, what date? What is your date? That's the first thing. How many people are you expecting? Do you have a budget? What is your budget? And then I'll ask them, like, I'll be like, all right, well, I ask them about what proteins they want and how much they want to spend on set proteins, because those are the main questions you have to ask people. If you ask them anything more than that, I'm gonna say you're just prying. But
Yeah.
it's look, when is it? What's the date? That's the most important thing. The date is the important thing. Then next to that is the time, because if they want to have something at some unreasonable time, eh, I'm like, that's not gonna work for me. Or no, I mean, uh, and then like I said, the number of people actually, if they have a budget, and then that'll help me determine how I can take the next steps. Because if somebody says, "Oh, we have a $300 budget," um, I don't know what you're getting for that. Actually, you know what?
Right.
Yeah, you said what now, Brian?
No, I mean, I don't know what my budget is, or $300 budget. It's like, okay, what do you want? I mean,
Yeah,
hot dogs.
but see now, see B, I think this is where the fact that you have more affluent friends might be because people want barbecue and they're like, hey, we're having barbecue and we're having a special dinner.
Yeah.
And that special dinner might be 4 or 5 people, and $300 for 4 or 5 people is a lot of money.
No, I
Um,
know. No, but I aside, it doesn't matter. The people don't realize the cost of everything
oh,
nowadays,
true.
and that's
So,
the point I was alluding to. Not
oh yeah. So, like, actually, you asked
the
when my next
sticker
catering
shock.
event.
You tell them a price, and they're like, "Wait a minute, whoa!"
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well,
So you you asked when my next catering event was, and I totally forgot that somebody reached out to me yesterday. And actually, he's the trash man. I won't say of all people, but he comes through. They come through every week on Thursday, and when they come through, when I was here, I would always make it a point to go outside and collect my trash cans and thank them for what they were doing. Hey fellas, what's going on today? Thank you very much for doing what you're doing. It's a thankless job. So I won't say broke my neck, but if I was able to, I would get up, go outside, collect the trash cans from them, say hey, tell them that, thank you and have a great rest of the day. Finish out the day
yeah,
strong, whatever. It's just something. I would go talk to him and thank him. That was like just something I did. So the
that's
guy
cool.
would see my hold on a second. This it finished running, so we got 8 gigs of the pictures that need to be synchronized. Go ahead and do that. So one of the guys, um, oh boy, I'm like, am I moving slowly? So one of the guys saw my shirt one day or saw the license plate, and he's like, "Barbecue, what's up with that?" And I'm like, "I do barbecue," and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna order something from you." And mind you, it's been 2 or 3 months since he told me that. But he hit me up the other day. He was like, "Hey man, I'm your trash man. Do you remember me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I remember you." He said, "I was going to get something from you," and he's like, "But I kind of need to see your menu." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I sent them, the and it's a note, a flat file that says, "This is what I cook. This is how much it is." But before I sent it
Yeah,
to him, I updated the prices. Right, every couple months I have to update the prices at this point. So I updated the prices and sent it to him. I swear in the note I say there's a 3 pound minimum. He was like, "I need 2 pounds of brisket." But at $34 a pound, I can understand why he wants two
yeah.
pounds of brisket, right? I'm like, I get it. So he said he wanted to spend about $150, and I'm like, okay, cool. So he said he wanted some brisket, some ribs, some chicken wings, and hold on, let's see this. Oh, I don't say this is the problem. In this note, I don't have the minimums, which is what I need to add. On my website, I have brisket, pulled pork, and chicken all have a 3 pound minimum order. Um, the lamb also has a 3 pound minimum order. The pulled pork baby back ribs a minimum order of 2. Chicken wings minimum order of 10. And the salmon fillet is it says whole fillet, but he was like, and then can I get like 2 pounds of? So he said he wants 2 pounds of brisket, 10 whole wings, and $40 worth of salmon, and a rack of baby back ribs. And I said, so the salmon is sold by the whole fillet only. I said I can do two racks maybe over the salmon. And so he said he was gonna talk to me about it. So I told him I could probably cook for him maybe because he said he wanted it next weekend. So next Saturday, I believe.
There you go.
So
Speaking of
hold
food,
on one second. Let me just
I
double check.
still need to order a
I'm
brisket
listening.
from you and have it delivered or mailed. Sorry,
Ooh,
mailed.
yeah, yeah. Um, okay.
You let me know when you want to do it. I'll do a 10-pounder.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. There might be one in the back, in the cooler. Yeah. Voice messages. Let me see what he said. He said for next Thursday. and I told him I'm back to work. So if anything, I could do it next Saturday. So that might be the 20th. Yeah. Hmm. And then I know for sure I have an event to cook for on the 22nd. So anyway, uh, yeah, B, we'll have to. So I don't really like sending stuff in the mail in
Yeah.
the summer.
Oh, that's
Just
true.
because if it
Yeah.
ends up, yeah, if it ends
You
up
know what?
sitting on a
Our
loading dock.
birthdays are in October. Let's shoot for October.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, that
That'll work.
hopefully that'd be cooler. Um, yeah, because I don't. I want to say I can't depend on the postal service only
Or I
because
just expect you to deliver it.
not with this new damn job I have. I
I
can't.
know.
I do.
I'm just.
You know,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
ugh, that's one of the. But that's one of those things where I had the ability to work remote, and it wasn't. It's not that it wasn't lost on me, but I could have done so much more, so many more things while I was remote. But I'm like, I also had to work,
Yeah.
So like I wasn't one of those people that took advantage of working remotely and moved to a whole nother, like one of those suburbs in Aston or somewhere else. I actually stayed home and worked. Anyway. Ba ba ba. Roger said, "Can I get a rib? A rib bone? A chicken rib bone?" You guys are fun. Oh my god! I wanted to tell y'all something. So this guy came into my office today and he needed some help. My man's name was Lloyd, and I chuckled to myself so hard. Brian, you're new here. You don't get this reference. I need somebody who's an OG to tell me what the significance of Lloyd is. Okay. And like I said, Brian, we'll try to school you on what it is. But so this guy's name was Lloyd, and oh my god, I chuckled. Steven is cracking up. Steven is cracking up. Let's see who else. Who else is here? Has been. I know Roger. He might not have been here for the Lloyd days. Taj, are you still awake? Kent might not have been here for the Lloyd
I've
days.
heard you mention it
Who else is?
before.
Yeah. Every now and again, something pops up, and I we talk about Lloyd. I will just. I won't say we'll have to recount, or I guess retell the story. Um. So. Oh yeah.
There you go.
It's a vibe.
Devil horns.
Yeah, and me and Scrog will be looking alike. TJ
Hey,
said he's heard the
Scrog. Hey, you
story.
ain't got shit on Scrog. I'll tell you that. He's got the
Oh, I
beard,
know, I know.
man.
Scrog is down here. All right, so Brian, there was a point in time where I had this guy Lloyd, and he was hating. He was hating and hating and hating. It didn't matter what I posted or what I said, what I did, anything. He was just posting like absolute hatred.
On
Um,
what?
like just hate comments. Oh, he hated about you said
I
about
hate
what?
barbecue. I hate this or what?
About any and everything? Oh my god. Yeah. And about any and everything I did barbecue or barbecue related. He had something to say. He had a problem with. I don't know. I say everything, it was everything. Um so I went back and forth with him for a while, and then I finally was like, you know what? I'm not even going to give him the air out. I think I blocked him, right? And at some point, we started talking about this whole Lloyd situation, and then I don't know if it was me or if it was somebody in the comments, and they were like, "Lloyders are gonna Lloyd." So as opposed to haters are gonna hate, Lloyders are gonna
Yeah.
Lloyd, and it kind of stuck as an inside joke where every now and again, we would talk about Lloyd's. Um, Scrag has said he hasn't heard the story. Isn't Lloyd? It's no, I don't know if Lloyd was the reason why. I don't think it was Lloyd was the reason why we have all these admins. I was just doing the admin thing just because those of you, like, every now and again we'll get some trolls in the comments, or we'll get people who, because I took so long to catch up on the comments. I'm getting much better now. Um, but because the comments would get kind of out of hand, I needed somebody to stop you from having to see the comments that were just like completely racist or hatred or whatever else the case may be. So that's where the moderators came about, or how the
Here, I
moderators
thought you
came
just
about.
liked us.
Speaking of which, what the hell? I kind of like you, but I mean, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Um, One night he just started handing them out. Oh, I mean, it wasn't just one night. It was like, you know what? This is, you guys have been here long enough, and you guys. But I mean, I won't say it backfired, because one night the one of the owner's sons from the range popped in here, and you guys banned him with the quickness because he was using my government name. And I
Oh,
mean, I I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. But he
it's
was,
like,
and
we
the whole
got your
thing
back,
was,
bro.
he was like, "Hey, yep, exactly." He was like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And I was so far behind in the comments that I didn't see it. And by the time I saw it, y'all already dispatched of him. And I was like, "Damn, I know him." By the time I was like, "Hey, I know him. It's cool. He doesn't know. He doesn't know." Y'all already put him out. And I was like, "Damn, y'all do actually have my back." I'm like, "That's what's up."
I blame Susie
So
for that
when I
one.
went into work the following, well, between Susie and Angela, actually, I think Angela was right there too. But I'm like, "Yeah, man." I went to work and I'm like, "Hey, sorry about that." "Oh man, look at this, Mr. Richard. Hey man, how you doing? Hopefully all is well." Mr. Richard is. You guys have heard me talk about Mr. Richard before. He lives in Catonsville, which is right up the street, and he found me on the internet looking for barbecue, and has been consistently placing orders from me for a while, for a good while. And he's a fantastic he's a fantastic customer, because he really is. Um, Definitely, he appreciates my time, and that's one of the things that that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So when he orders, he just hits me up and he says, "Hi, Mr. Dash." He doesn't say that. He uses my government name, but it's like, "Hi, Mr. Dash. Here's my order." Not, "Can you do it?" He's just like, "Here's my order." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Heard." And he knows if I don't reply to him within like a day or so, he'll hit me back up or he'll call me. And he says, "Hi, Mr. Dash. Um, I called and hit you up, or sent you, because I was having some issues with my business number goes through a Google Voice number. And it collects the messages and sends them to me. Where there was a little bit of a snafu not too long ago, where the um where I wasn't being sent my messages properly. That's the easiest way to put it. And he sent the message and I never got the message, right? Because it wasn't notifying me of the message. I had to go in and turn the setting back on. Um, and I'm like, everything's fine. And then he called me and I'm like, "Hey, Mr. Richard, what's up?" He's like, "I guess you're not getting my messages." No, I haven't. "What messages?" He's like, "I thought you were ignoring me." I'm like, "No, actually, like you, I wouldn't ignore you." So he
The
showed
food
me the
was supposed to
messages
be
and
delivered
forwarded me the
yesterday.
messages. No, no. So, and that's the
That
thing
would
about
be
Mr.
Jack.
Richard, because he knows. Oh man, dude, he knows
I know.
that if I'm Johnny on the spot when it comes to responding to messages, but I just did not receive any notification for these messages. And part of it was like it was in between around the time that I had to get a new phone because I had an issue with my phone, and there was there was layers to it. It wasn't just like my notification got turned off or I put it on do not disturb and then I didn't get no, I got a new phone in between and I was having, technical issues. He was like, Mr. Dash, this is unlike you. Oh, I'm like, Mr. Richard, I just got a new phone and I was having issues but I got it resolved. I got it resolved. And yeah, I won't say he knows, but if I don't respond in a timely fashion, he'll call me. KB, what up, man? How you doing this evening?
What up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're caught
Oh
up.
man. Yeah, yeah.
Right at
Listen,
2
I'm telling you,
hours.
I was on the train. Yep, I was on the train coming home, and I'm like, oh man, I don't really want to have to tell you guys like, oh, we're doing an hour tonight. Nope. I said I wanted to do the full 2 hours just to knock it out. You guys have the things going on in your life, and you guys come and hang out with me. So the least I can do is try to, give you
Hey, I
guys the
just come here to drink. That's all
best
I
of me.
do.
B, it's so funny. One of my coworkers was saying something about, so a lady came into our office and she was talking about a happy hour or going to this place called Joe's. And I'm like, oh, never heard of it, but I hadn't heard of much in DC. So, excuse me, she said that they actually had a decent happy hour and it wasn't that expensive and if you needed to kill some time, but one of the other guys from the job was going and she was like, oh, I need you to, basically talking to him, I need you to walk me to the place. And he ended up leaving her because they both thought each other left. so she came past our, our desk or my desk and was like, oh, have you seen Brandon? We're like, he was doing this. Oh, because he was supposed to be doing blah blah blah. We're supposed to be going to John together. And then she was like, she kind of looked up this hallway and that hallway, and she called him. And she was like, did you leave me? He's like, oh, I didn't know, I was waiting for you. She's like, yeah, I was waiting for you. So she went and ran an errand while he was still doing the last thing he had to do before he walked out. So when he walked one way, he just kept going and went out the door and was gone. So yeah. Angela's back.
Welcome back.
Yay! Now I can end the stream. Angela, I was in Crystal City on Monday, but I'm like, no, she's not in Crystal City. She's further out. So, but it was Monday afternoon, so I know you normally are gone from out that way. That no, don't do that. I wasn't okay. Multiple reasons, multiple things. One, I wasn't out there by myself. I was out there with my manager. We did a site visit and dry run, so it wasn't like I was leaving and going right home. It was oh yeah, but it was on a Monday at 5:30, 6 o'clock. I wasn't gonna hold you in that area for a while. Look, I know better. This was literally I won't say a spur of the moment thing that morning. I was like, I can go with you to try it out to do the test run. So that's why I like to give people more notice than that because were you in Virginia on Monday? So here's the thing: you trying to lay it on thick. You probably weren't even in Virginia. She'd be like, "Oh, I was in Washington State. I was in Indiana. I was here." And trying to give me grief.
Well, hey,
Now
kudos to
she
you for
now she going to
sticking it
sleep.
out for 2 hours, dude.
Oh
You look
man,
proud of it, man.
I'm yeah. I it's a combination of the commute and learning new people, learning new things, trying to be on,
It's a
if you
new
will.
routine. It's a new routine.
Oh man, it is a new routine, but it's more than just a routine. It's a whole new everything.
Yeah,
So
it is.
it'll
And it's a
get
shift trying to get used to
it,
it.
it, it yeah, definitely. Well, look, now, oh, no. I get that, but what I was saying, well, were you in Virginia on Monday? That's all. Go eat dinner. Yeah, no, I need to eat something. All right, well, just text me, Angela. Maybe you know. Scrock said, "And my fridge it's cool for sure, but it's only the third fridge we've purchased in 35 years. So don't. So I think that's pretty good fare. Wait, did I miss something, Scrock? Hmm.
I don't know. Not sure where the context was on that one.
Yeah, yeah, I was saying. That's why I was like, did I miss something? Uh,
Maybe it was meant for a private
yeah,
message.
yeah. Man, what else? Oops, private chat. Yeah. Anyway, all right.
Oh, oh,
You guys.
look at the last text.
Ah, look at what?
Scrog commented
Oh,
at the very end. It was about the ice from last week. The branding
oh,
on the
oh.
ice.
All right. Yeah. All right. So Scrog, I called my new fridge that makes the crap ice the flex. It is still a flex, dog. I mean, I'm just
It
saying.
is a flex. It
Look,
is a
when I
flex.
when I got my new refrigerator, now mind you, we've had it for a few years now, and it was a scratch and dent, and a serious scratch and dent. Um, we had ice bins inside that we scoop the ice out of, and it has a water pitcher inside, so it's flat on the front. Yo, that was a game changer. I used to have to hate cleaning the damn water trough and where the ice thing was, and then all the ice, the chips and chunks that would fall on the floor, and it was always a perpetual puddle on the floor.
Yeah.
What?
I
What? Do we have to
I
sacrifice a
still
little bit of
don't
interior space? Yes.
I
Still don't
still
what?
don't get the whole concept of putting a branding on your fucking ice. I don't get it. I
It's to show
and
off.
I
That's all
understand
it
the
is.
theory behind it, but it's like, why? Why? Who's gonna
It's
look?
to
Who's gonna
literally
look at the
show
ice?
off.
Oh my God, Scrog made that. It's ice.
There's some the people who it would pretend to, and I hope you can understand where I'm going with the people who it would pertain to
I
are
know. I know.
probably what? Pretentious is what I was gonna
Right.
say. That's why
I
I was
get it.
doing all of the P's, but see, that's the thing, B. You don't get it because you're not that typical person. You're not that type of person. At least
I'm
I
not
see you
that
don't appear
type
to
of
be.
person.
Yes, but is it a flex? It's a flex, and that's all it is. It's just a flex.
Okay.
It
And then
serves
what?
no purpose. It serves no purpose. It melts the ice more than it needs to, but like it's cool, and that it's a wow factor. Why
So
do
it's an
people in
ice sculpture.
monogram? But why do people monogram their names on their blazers or on their shirt? And the cufflinks. It's a flex. That's it. Does it make the drink taste any better? No. Does it make the drink any cheaper? No. Will it get
Well,
you drunker? No.
here, here's the
It's
point,
just a
though.
flex.
It's like you
Yeah.
walk into this bar or this hoity-toity
Uh
upper
huh.
scale establishment. Let's say establishment, right?
And let's say press
You
a
know,
thumbs up on the way out. Yeah.
you know where you're at, right? You know the place of the
Yeah.
establishment that you're at. But do you
Mm-hmm.
do you need branding on an ice cube to reiterate that? I don't know. That's my I don't know. Maybe I have an issue with it, but just saying.
But it's cool, B. It's just cool. I mean, look, if somebody got me a brand, you know, and that's basically what it is, a brand, like literally to put into ice chunks or whatever, or ice rounds, spheres.
Mm-hmm.
It would be just that. It's cool. Like it's cool. That's it. Look, Scrock says scratch and dents are my typical purchases too. But we've been bitten by buying a scratch and dent machine. Actually, it was a refrigerator. Our first refrigerator, after the one that came with the house died, we went out and bought the scratch and dent model, and we were like, "Yay!" And it died. And actually, we had to call for service a couple times, and then it died. Um, but it died like 3 months after the warranty was up. Now we'd
Of
used
course.
the warranty to every bit of its fullest, and then I reached out to him like, my warranty ended in like February, and it was May, something dumb like that, and they're like, nah, we're good. Um, Angela said I had a mold that did. Oh yeah, I'm like, you got mold in your house? Uh-huh. I had a mold that did my initials. It was pretty cool. Yeah,
You need
that
to go to bed,
same
bro.
thing.
You got
I
mold in the
know.
house?
Listen, that's my little cousin, man. I gotta look
I know.
out for her. I'm literally gonna have to get a local rancher to make me a brand, and then heat up to brand my ice just for B.
I
So,
want video of that shit. I want video.
look, Angela said much cheaper than the
Yeah.
fridge. Indeed.
With the brand, you'd have to have it contoured unless you're doing square ice cubes.
Well, so the one I saw was four. Um, it was four round cubes or spheres. And it was
Okay.
brass and plastic. Dude, it was so nice. Like you put the round or the sphere into the base. You take the top and put it right on top. You don't squeeze it. You don't do anything. That thing starts hissing and dancing, and
But
man,
every
it's
round is different
fancy.
though. So
Yeah, but it puts it into like a basic shape. So Steven says, imagine watching the stream and not liking it. Yeah, thanks. It's about the experience.
not the
Yes, B.
experience. I know, I get it.
Um, Y'all fridge is commercial size. No, it's not, Angela. It's still a residential fridge.
It's not a walk-in, is it?
All right, so yeah, that'd be commercial. So Jimmy said he had to work. I think I said that. And cousin Angela, I'm looking at her message, and I'm going to go to sleep. TJ
Yeah,
said,
you are.
go to a welding shop and have them CNC you a logo and put it on a rod. Yeah. All right. B, did you see the link? The first link to the I was say extra video. What's in the video?
The extra link?
Hold on 1 second. I think we were talking about something and I posted the link. What was it last? Or am I just hilarious?
I think you're thinking about something else. The only link you posted up was what was that for?
The tape
Um
measure.
the tape measure. So yeah, that's the only link you posted up.
I'm punch drunk and I ain't even been drinking.
I
I
know,
swear.
right? You got that glaze
All
look
right.
and you haven't been drinking.
Oh yeah, buddy. I am spent. Listen, I can't say thank you guys enough for hanging out with me. Just appreciative that you guys choose to hang out with me every week. So that's why I try to make sure I don't disappoint and we can actually do the live stream unless I am away or
There's
doing something
there's
where
no
it just doesn't make
disappoint.
sense.
It's good to get away from the normal
Yeah.
daily grind, just to have a few drinks and have some fun. That's all it is, man. You facilitate it.
Yeah. Scrox is
Yeah,
later.
Scrog.
Angelus is night.
See you,
Good
TJ.
night, y'all.
See you, Ange. Bye, everyone.
All right, we are done. You be easy. Thank you very much again, as always, for hanging out. And I'll
You as
see you
well.
next time. Peace.
Take care, man.
Yeah, you too. And